Leave it there. I'm going to hit go live now.
I'm in a sweet spot. I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm on the big stage. I got my crew. I'll get you moving. It's what I do. The party's started. It's going down. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out.
If you came in on tonight and everything worked flawlessly, you'd all think something was wrong.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, and hello. Welcome back to the round 7 of the D.G.S.R. HCC Season 12. This time in Monza. A couple of short minutes separate us from the qualification at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. This time a single race event, not a sprint race, 55 minutes with mandatory pit stops and optional tire change. I think a minimum pit time of 25 seconds. Kind of make the 1 liter splash and dash pit stops pointless and to actually give the drivers an option where taking tires maybe does make sense. Anyway, so far we have 21 drivers around, good mix of Pro, Silver and AM drivers. And currently sitting at the top is Steve Richardson in the Mercedes AMG. Having done a 1:47.5 lap, currently we are on a dry track with no rain in forecast for now, and 30 degrees. 10 minutes of practice are remaining before we launch into the qualifying session. I do believe that we should have Hitman tonight around doing the incident reviews. I do not see him online yet. I am on call tonight at work, and it might happen that I will be called away. In that case, yeah, the stream will continue running, but probably not much changes in scenery will be done. I hope it doesn't happen, but in case it does. There is supposed to be some... In ACC race control, there's supposed to be an option to do automatic, what's it called? I have this written down. Autocam. Well, I don't see this option anywhere, if I'm honest. Let's do a quick Google. ACC. Again, ACC race control. Race control. To enable AutoCam, check the enable experimental features. Yes, this is something very good to be doing during live stream, because God forbid I would be come prepared into a streaming session. But anyway, I have this enabled now, and I'm going to try AutoCam. Enable. AutoCam enabled. Okay, so we have this in case I will be pulled away. At least the stream will be switching between cars. Is a little bit it's actually an interesting feature. I think I'm going to leave this on for a little while. While we wait for the practice session to run its course. Sydney sentence is pulling off to the side and resetting to pits. And we jump into a different Mustang driven by Paul Sadlowski, currently occupying P2. Just 1 tenth behind Steve Richardson. Getting more and more drivers in. It will be interesting to see if yeah, everyone survives turn 1 tonight in the famous Monza, where it's almost like a law that things happen in the first chicane at the race start. Currently on screen, Andrew Phipps and the Shake and Bake Ferrari 296, currently in P7. So this is only practice, and we do not know if those times are representative for quali. I am willing to bet my money that they're not, and I'm expecting the times to tumble even further once all the sandbags are out of the cars. Because, this group of that is very famous for sand. Ooh, Santens loses it. Ooh, and the... Sorry, Phipps, not Santens, that was Phipps. Santens is safely in the pits. Phipps has lost it, and the auto director has decided to switch away at the exact worst moment to Rich Gasson, and who also has a moment coming out of the second chicane in the NSX. Ooh, Paul Sadlowski has, in the meantime, set a new fastest lap of the session, a 1:47.3. Yeah, I'm fully expecting a sub 47 lap time to end up on P1. In silvers, we have currently Stephen Kroll on silver first position with a 1:48.6, and in AMS, Pereira with a 1:49.1. Times are pretty close, and yep, we are hoping for another round of close racing. Hard hit into the wall by Mark Townsend. What the hell happened there? Please give me Mark Townsend. I want to see what happened here. Not stop turning coming out of Curva Grande. Interesting turn of events. Continues straight on Mark Townsend. Trying to complete another lap. This is only practice, my friend. No need to rush this heavily. Okay, 1 more minute until the end of practice. Let's see, current split times are as follows. Purple, Sector 1 by Paul Sadlowski with a 1:34.88. Purple, Sector 2 by Steve Richardson in P2 37.59. And Purple, Sector 3 by Paul Sadlowski with a 34.742. Differences are minor. And I do believe Mustang has no ballast in this round. Interesting. That will be, like I said, also interesting how much these lap times will tumble down once we are in a qualifying session. Couple more minutes, seconds, sorry.
Green light, go, go, go.
And we are back in the qualifying session. Cars are leaving the track. And Michael Stevens in the Nissan GT-R is first out the gate. Well, Michael Stevens will take us for a lap. Once he crosses the start-finish line, we will jump on board with him. And hopefully we can pass the commentator's curse on Stevens. In Discord, we have just been informed that the Mustang BOP is missing. It's only 3 kilograms though, but not sure if the server will be restarted or not. Probably not. But I guess we shall see. Is about to start a lap, so let's jump aboard as he crosses the start-finish line to start the first qualifying lap of the round 7 around Monza. Going full speed over 270 kilometers, brake after the 150 meter mark for Prima Variante, the first chicane. Down to first gear and heavy acceleration zone to a long right-hander, Curva Grande. Coming up to the second chicane, Seconda Variante. Again braking down heavily at around 150, 140 meters. Down to second gear, avoid the sausage curbing and try to get on power as quickly as possible. Followed by Lesmo 1, rather long and slippy corner. Leading into Lesmo 2 with a nice and deep curb on the inside where you can really hook the car around. And accelerating downhill under the oval section of the whole Monza circuit, the old Monza circuit, coming up to Variante Ascari. A very fast left, right, left section of corner, sequence of corners. Jumping over the curbs to maximize or to flatten the line through and maximize the speed. And coming up to the final corner, Curva Parabolica. Very long spoon-like corner, very slippery and can run wide here very easily if you're not careful or too quick on the throttle. And back onto the home straight, and this completes one lap of the Monza, or the Temple of Speed. First laps are trickling in. Michael Stevens still occupies the Sector 1 purple sector with a 35.14, although currently in P4, sorry. Which has been relegated to P4. And is going for another lap. Currently in a provisional pole position, Nathan Edwards in the McLaren 720S with a 147.997, so just under a 48. Track is, or ambient temperature, had a tiny moment. Oh, that was actually Nathan Edwards behind Stevens. Had a moment coming through Lesmo 1. Is still improving. A really good improvement lap is another car behind Nathan Edwards is Rich Gasson, improving by over half a second. And could jump very well into P2. He continues to hold this delta. Just a couple of more meters and across the line. And Gasson goes in P1 by 3/100ths of a second. Rob Larby is also on an improver. Should jump at least to P5. I was expecting P4. Richardson in the meantime has jumped up to P4. I was expecting faster lap times. Come on, boys. The right pedal is the fast pedal. Larby has reset the pits. Nathan Edwards is improving by over 2/10 at the moment and could potentially snatch back P1 again. Ooh, and Stevens has binned it. We will have to see this. What happened to Michael Stevens coming out of Ascari? Did the no TC bite him? As we have our helicopter on the scene. Oh, sideways out of Ascari into the gravel trap and into the wall. And reset pits, car broken. But already moving out back on track. In the meantime, Nathan Edwards has retaken pole position, the 147.7. Yeah, missing Paul Sadlowski. He is out on track, but does not have a valid lap time yet. Still has some 6 minutes left to go. Oof. Very bumpy out of Ascari as well. See well where Paul will land if he is on a timed lap. And P1, 147.745 with a very sketchy exit out of Ascari. Ryan Greenaway is currently holding the purple Sector 1 at 34.89. and is down in P13 in silver P2. And Nathan Edwards has responded with a 147.642 and is currently in provisional pole. Steve Richardson is improving by almost 3/10. Was improving by almost 3/10. He has unfortunately lost the lead. Oof, that was close. Mark Townsend there in the gravel trap on the exit of Lesmo 1. Steve Richardson piling through and has backed off and will reset the pits. Probably get some fresh tires, try again. Paul Sadlowski improving by quite a lot, so unless he loses it here, he should easily retake the provisional pole again. And a 147.335. Still, best Sector 1 occupied by Ryan Greenaway. Last Sector 1 of Paul Sadlowski, 0.005 of a second slower than Greenaway's. In bronze class, we have Menno Dekkers again up on P1. Just exiting the pits. Currently, I don't see a lot of improvements on the timing board, except Matt Gale improving by almost half a second. Has improved a lot on his lap time, but unfortunately not enough to make a change in his position. Behind him, Alexander Goncalves is also improving, has also improved, and only his lap time and not his position. Carlos Barros, couple of corners back, improving as well by half a second roughly. And the Aston Martin, currently in P23. And it appears I am missing Carlos's livery. Improvement land Carlos at. Also improved time, but not his position. Up in front, Michael Stevens, improving by half a second. If he keeps this up, he should be around P8. Let's see where this will land him. And a P9. Good enough for P9. And less than a second away from current provisional pole sitter Paul Sadlowski. Steve Richardson in P7 is having, oh sorry, P6, just improved his lap time, is having a bit of a hard time catching up to Paul Sadlowski in this qualifying, and is currently 6/10 down from the pole position. Fastest lap time on 1:48.007. Maybe he's James Bond. Keeping Hitman jumping on. Oh, and Richardson has lost it on the exit of Ascari. See what has transpired here. Very aggressive into Ascari. Runs a little bit wide on the right-hander, then again aggressive over the curb into the sand and jumping over there. Yep. R says, well, too much. All the front runners seem to be in pits. Interesting. No one is currently improving their lap time, and everyone seems to be resetting to pits. Well, we still have 13 minutes remaining. First. I do apologize. This is a sprint race. So yeah, we will see 2 races tonight. Yay! And I am a completely incompetent commentator and streamer because I thought this was a full race. So no mandatory pit stop and 2 short races. Not 55 minutes, but 25 minutes long, and 2 qualifying sessions. Short break before we go into race 1. And we are back. We also have a Hitman, but he is having some hardware issues, so not sure if we are going to be able to hear him, but he will work his stewarding magic in the background. Handing out penalties for all who don't behave in D1. Anyway, our results. So P1 Paul Sadlowski and Ford Mustang, P2 Nathan Edwards and the McLaren, and P3 Romonti and the Porsche. That is our first three in silver. Pro. In silver we have Michael Stevens and the Nissan GT-R in P1, Ryan Greenaway in the Porsche in P2, and Alexander Goncalves with a fast last lap in the quali in the AMR in P3. In AMS or bronze we have Menno Dekkers and the Ferrari in P1, Pereira in P2 also in a Ferrari, and James Reed in a Honda in P3. And I believe we are almost ready to pull away. For the race start. Are starting to move. I can see I'm also missing the livery of Romonti, so that Porsche will be carbon black. Us from the race start.
Green light, go.
And we are green. This has started. Romonti is attacking around the right side of Paul Sadlowski, and Paul Sadlowski also has Nathan Edwards on the left, 3 wide going into turn 1. This cannot end well. He is backing out and Paul Sadlowski slips through in P1. We have some yellow flags in the back. Thomas Pichon. That was Thomas Barros, sorry. I thought I saw Thomas Pichon also having not the most pleasant start. Let's see what was happening in the back. And Argy Bargy Hitman will have his work cut out. I've seen worse starts, but I've also seen better starts. Come on, go back from replay. Thank you. So up in front, no change. Paul Sadlowski leading from Nathan Edwards, Romonti, Phipps, Dvorak, Gasson and Richardson. In silver class, P1, Michael Stevens being put under pressure by Mark Townsend. Coming into Parabolica, they are side by side. Michael Stevens has the inside line. A little bit of door rubbing, but rubbing is racing. Still they are side by side going down home straight. Into Prima Variante, or the first chicane. Michael Stevens will now lose the inside line as the chicane takes them to the left-hander, and Mark Townsend has slipped through. But is now in the slipstream. Will he be able to attempt and attack back into the second chicane? Townsend is going defensive down the inside line. And they are literally nose to tail. Now Santens in Mustang is on the back of Stevens. I believe Alexander Goncalves. Oh my word. James Reed is involved in another incident. Let's see what has transpired here. Alves was running P3 in silvers, I believe. Reed goes for a very late lunge and does not make the corner. Collects Goncalves. I do believe this will be a penalty, but we'll let Hitman decide. And I do believe that James Reed is stuck on the sausage curbing. He is unable to continue. And yes, he had to reset to pits. I can already see that he is reset to pits. Stephen Kroll is side by side with Bruce Oos. Going into Parabolica. Some intense racing going on all over the place. This is for P5 in the silvers, I believe. In the draft, tries to pull out to the inside. Does not have the room. Goes to the left. Also does not have the room because there is the Aston Martin of Carlos Barros in the way. Carlos does not want to give up that position. And this has now put Stephen Kroll under pressure from behind from Matt Gale. Matt Gale is side by side with Stephen Kroll going into the second chicane. But as the chicane turns to the right side, this gives the inside line back to Stephen Kroll, who has managed to slip through it. Up in front, Michael Stevens has lost a couple of more positions. Let's see what has happened here. Looks like just bad exit out of the second chicane. A little bit of banging doors, and has also lost the position to Rob Lorby. Still, all of those positions lost are not in class positions, so technically Stevens has not lost much. Except, the Pride on the track. Steve Richardson making a move to... Oh, and a contact! A heavy contact! Oh, and takes out Rich Gasson in the process as well. Oh my word. I can see Richardson is able to continue. Rich Gasson is continuing as well, but has lost a couple of positions. And Marek Dvorak has been forced to retire, back to pits. Such a shame. Well, this will be interesting to see and to judge. Someone has moved slightly to the left, not to insinuate on any other events transpiring in the last couple of days, where there have... Ooh, and another murder! Oh, Stevens has been collected again, this time by, I do believe, Mark Townsend. Gasson is involved one more time. He must be fuming in that Honda. Absolutely fuming. I know I would be. I believe Stevens has now also lost P1 in silver class. Well, this will be a busy night for you, Hitman. Hope you can hear me. I don't know if you're trying to talk to us or not, but yeah, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I'm having issues with the stewarding software. It picked up nothing in the first 5 minutes of the race.
Oh, you don't have
I have the first incident I have is Stevens and 997 at 5 minutes into the race. It wouldn't connect to the game.
I can send you the screenshot of the incidents if that helps, but you won't have.
Yeah, if I can
another
manually
murder.
find the timing.
Another murder has just happened. Ooh, sorry, not mean to skip. There's a lot of murdering going on tonight.
Oh no.
Sentence is on the back of Richardson. Richardson must surely have some damage on the car from that incident with Marek Dvorak and is weaving down the home straight. Sentence is attempting to make a pass and has succeeded at making a pass through the first chicane and is up to P5. Is in the pits. Is this reset to pits or pit stop to fix some damage? Yep, we'll keep an eye if he maybe starts moving again. Stephen Kroll following closely Carlos Barros. Issues of the stewarding software, we might need to review the incidents post-race.
Very
or will you
possible.
be able to review them now?
I'm going through them as quick as I can. I need a screenshot of the first 5 minutes of the race if you could provide.
Alright, so I do believe we should be seeing some penalties popping up rather soon.
Yep.
Nathan Edwards is losing a lot of positions and is down to P9. His car is heavily damaged though. He's involved in a lot of RGRG. I do not remember it. So let's see, 42. Let's see, maybe we can find some incidents car 42 was involved in. See any. Interesting. The car is definitely heavily damaged on the front, but I don't have any incidents recorded for car 42.
Why?
This is Marek again in the wall. Exit of Ascari. It's the wall a couple of more times, just for good measure. And up in front we have a battle for position for P6. Rob Larby versus Steve Richardson. Rob Larby is attempting to make a pass, and I believe has succeeded in making a pass for the time being. Although I do believe Richardson has a very good exit out of the first chicane. But like I said, I do believe Richardson has a lot of damage from turn 1. You see Stevens has received a 5-second time penalty, as well as Marek Dvorak and Bruce Oos. Did you deem Dvorak did Verstappen?
He closed the gap, yeah. He drifted across the track and caused the collision. More than he caused. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 incidents. I'm going to mute myself.
For some reason not hear you, Hitman, but OBS is showing a lot of noise coming from you, but
I don't know.
I think my headset. Try saying something now, Hitman, please.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it was on my end that I didn't hear you. It's okay. It's
Okay.
better now. It's a little bit better now. It seems like
Excellent.
nothing is going to plan today.
No, hopefully for race 2.
Yeah,
A better, more luck.
I agree. Richard Gasson is in battle with Stephen Crawl and David Lolek. Gasson attempting to come back up the order after being barged off the road a couple of times. Sydney Sentence is starting to pile on the pressure on Mark Townsend. Gonna fight for B4. Gap is now down to 6/10. Out of the chicanes. But is definitely having his eyes already glued on the mirror, just to make sure that Mustang stays where he wants it to stay. He's managed to pull away nicely out of the Blesmo 2. far move into Parabolica. Has to back out, but is now right on the rear bumper of that Honda. Ooh, and had a moment going through Parabolica. Will he be able to reclose the gap again? I think he will be in a position to attack. Stays tucked in behind the Honda. And will attempt to attack elsewhere. Cars are now literally glued together. When will Santens be ready for another attack? Maybe again into Parabolica. He is now to try and get a clean run in the dirty air through Ascari. Exit Ascari as close as you can to the car in front. Get a good slipstream. Keep it close through Parabolica and then attempt to attack through. Home straight down to chicane. 5 minutes remaining in race 1. And I do think Santens is not in a position to attack again. Still 4/10 back. And is too far back to be able to make a move. In the meantime, also retired to pits. And up in front, Paul Sadlowski has built a 9-second gap to Ramonti in P2. But we are going to continue following this fight. Jump back a little bit into silver class because Stephen Kroll and Carlos Barros are going at it into chicane number 2. And they have Rich Gasson behind them. He's also looking very, very racy. Carlos Barros has back a little bit off of Stephen Kroll's Ferrari and is letting Rich Gasson through out of Lesmo 2. Almonte had an issue. He is down to P4. What happened here? May have gone back a little bit too far, but it doesn't matter. I want to see what happened. Was it Ascari that again? We have witnessed a couple of those today. And ooh, that's a bug if I ever seen one. I don't think a car is supposed to react this way. But this means it has put Ramonti in an interesting position where he will have to fight both Townsend and Santens at the same time. Because they are now a trio fighting for P3. They're also not too far back from Phipps, so even a P2 should still be possible for them, although only 2 minutes are remaining in this race. must be furious after this, and is wanting to get back at least on the podium positions.
Leaders on final lap now.
And Paul Sadlowski has started the final lap. Do we see any move for position between these three on the final lap? No attacks into the first chicane. I was kind of expecting something to happen here. But unfortunately, nothing. There was a change of position for P6. Steve Richardson has retaken P6 from Rob Larby. Train of 4 cars led by Andrew Phipps in P2 currently. On the final lap, some 13 seconds behind Paul Sadlowski in P1, who has again sailed away. And is traversing Parabolica for the last time in the first race. And wins race 1 of the Monza sprint race number 1. Actually jumping back to this battle, although no changes in position. So Phipps will take P2, Mark Townsend P3, Romonti P4 and Santens P5. There is a fight still going on to the line between Richardson and Larby. And Richardson has taken it by 3/100ths of a second. In the AMS, P1 belongs to Menno Dekkers, and in the Silvers to Ryan Greenaway. P2 in Silvers to P. Sean, P2 in AMS to Ferreira, P3 in Silvers to Stevens. Though he might lose a position due to the time penalty. And P3 in AMS will go to Dieter Kosch. And yes, Stevens has lost P3 due to penalty, and this has promoted Stephen Krall to P3 in Silvers by 0.2 of a second. Okay, this means we have a couple of minutes for a short break for qualifying round number 2.
Green light, go, go, go.
And here we go. Nighttime qualifying for the second race. I think this is the first night race that we had in Season 12. Or did we have any before?
I think you could be right.
And no flooded tracks yet, which is the most shocking thing.
Wait for NERBs. Or Nords even.
Give them
If
the
you want to be
proper
miserable,
yell, right?
you might as well be miserable forever.
Give them the taste of the proper green hell.
Exactly.
Okay, cars are lining up for the one-shot quali.
Oh shit, I need to do something with that, don't I?
Probably.
I don't have the qualifying times, do I? I don't.
It seems like they are doing something already because Richardson is just out the gate. Sentence as well, so I think might be
Okay, someone might be doing
this. Yeah.
I'll jump into the race chat and see if someone can after things.
Alright.
Back in a minute.
So, nighttime qualifying. This is bringing its own charm to the game. I always liked nighttime races. It's just something special, especially seeing all the amenities and everything around the racetrack light up. And I feel it's that a little bit of an equalizer. Kind of brings the gaps down a little bit. At least that's the feeling that I have. That everyone is a little bit slower during the night times. Anyway, Steve Richardson is going to take us for the first lap. As is customary, we will jump on board with him. For his first qualifying lap for the one-shot quali. I hope that we won't curse him too much. As he is about to start his one and only qualifying run. Again, braking after 150 meters board for Variante Prima Variante. And someone has gone through for chicane instead. Scattering the styrofoam barriers are supposed to make you do a slalom if you are forced to cut the first chicane. But anyway, we are coming up to the Seconda Variante. Brake at around 120 meters. Left, right in second gear. Accelerate quickly. Again into Lesmo 1. Third gear corner, long one. Have to wait for acceleration point, which is kind of like when the inside curve ends. Then Lesmo 2. Nice dip on the inside, like I mentioned before. Hook your tire around it, helps rotate the car. And then run down to Variante Ascari under the oval section of the old Monza track. Aggressively over the left curbs, not so aggressively over the right curbs, and again aggressively over the left curbs. Get a good exit because there is a long straight here, running down to Parabolica, Curva Parabolica, braking again around 100, I'd say 70 meters. Very long corner, be patient on the throttle, and then gun it until the finish line. And this is again one more lap of Monza, this time in the night time. And it was a 1:48.417 for Steve Richardson. Sydney Santence has beaten it out with a 1:48.0. Rob Larby has not managed to snatch or improve or beat Richardson with a 1:48.7. Next to cross the line is Mark Townsend, ends up in P4 with a 1:49.1. Nathan Edwards will be the next one. What will it be? 1:47.8, and it's a provisional pole. Next car to cross the line is the Ford Mustang of David Lolek. Crosses the start-finish line now, and it's P6, a 1:49.4. Rich Gasson, the next driver to cross the start-finish line. And it's P5, a 1:48.7, and the last driver of this group, Marek Dvorak, in the Lambo to set a lap time, and it's good enough for a P2, a 1:47.98, so only exactly 1/10 behind Nathan Edwards.
I have no idea on pace anymore. Is that fast, slow, average around here?
That's pretty fast.
I think 47s are fast still, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't driven this in a very, very long time. I think I remember the fast boys doing 46s. That's why I was expecting 46s tonight as well. But we were almost at 46s. I believe Paul Sadlowski's qualifying lap time from the first qualifying was a 1:47.3, so almost into 46s. So
he could be thereabouts.
I'm pretty sure the absolute alien lap times are maybe even 45s. But still, 47s, even 48s, I still consider these very good lap times.
Very good lap times when it's a one-shot job and you have one shot to do your quali lap.
Exactly.
So you always have an element of restraint.
Or you just say, screw this, I'm going all in.
And put it straight into the wall in the first chicane.
Yes.
Now, who's going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory here?
Well, we know that Ferrari are specialists in this, right?
Yes.
I hope Gabe doesn't hear me. Okay, second batch of qualifiers is about to start. First across the line, Andrew Phipps.
Yeah, it's very quiet tonight.
Indeed. I think we should have a third batch.
Probably will. My keyboard is broken, my microphone is broken.
What the hell were you doing?
I don't know. I think one of the kids was climbing on my stuff.
Sure. Blame it on the kids. That's what.
Blame it on the kids. I dropped a patio slab on them.
How's the wall building going?
The wall building is done. I just need to finish the patio.
You put up the wall. Who's going to pay for it?
I put up the wall. Now we're just going to see if it falls over tonight.
Is it raining?
If a wild pigeon attacks it, lands on it, and then is subsequently crushed by the falling brick.
I think Andrew Phipps might be.
You're getting held up?
Yes, by Carlos Barros, I think. Oh, not sure why Carlos didn't move out of the way here. Is this Carlos? 174, yes. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Should have flashed him to let him know he was on a hottie.
Should also be blue flags for
Well,
Corsa.
yeah, true. Carlos should also be mentioned.
Let's see where Andrew Phipps will end up in. P7.
P7.
Next car to cross the line will be Paul Sadlowski. Will it be a pole position?
Podunk.
It is by 4 tenths.
47.4.
47.4. Very good lap. Michael Stevens is the next one. Whatever lap time he sets, he will be current P1 in silver. Overall, he goes into P11, a 149.4. Next car to cross the start-finish line, Romonti. And he will go to P2. 4 tenths behind Sadlowski and just 1/100th of a second ahead of Edwards. In the meantime, Stephen Kroll has crossed the start finish, and Pichon, who are in 13 and 14 position respectively. Next car to cross the start finish line will be Alexander Goncalves. Good enough for P15 at the moment. And Matt Gale in P16. Carlos Barros. I have a feeling he's going very slowly from the sound of that engine. Like he's not pushing. Although my ears might be playing tricks on me. No, he's definitely lifted before.
Slow.
He definitely lifted before the start-finish line, and yes, he's 12 seconds down. Interesting.
Is he still going?
No. He parked it.
Maybe
in
something
pits.
happened.
James Reed will soon start his first flying lap, or the only flying lap of this session. Oh, and has gone out of bounds at the Parabolica. Lap invalid. And that's the danger of one-shot quali. Mess it up and you're... No, sorry. He just started.
No, that was his outlap.
That was his outlap. Sorry. It's late, okay?
It's late and I have not drank enough coffee.
No, definitely not. Although I could drink a beer. Is this allowed to drink on a... Well, it's technically not a job, you're not paying me.
Well, you don't have to worry about that ever, because we'll never have money to pay anyone.
You're just keeping the Patreon money for your cruises, right?
But who's buying all these walls? This is what you guys are paying for my walls.
Now we know, guys. Now we know.
Yeah, you're so cheap. I have to build them myself, though.
See, if we would have pulled our resources a little bit more and donated more, right? Hitman wouldn't have to break his back.
I could afford to pay someone to build my wall.
Yeah.
James Reed coming down the back straight.
Yeah. Let's see if he goes out of bounds again through Parabolica. Or will he keep it on the track this time around? Not an issue, not even close to the track limit. Goes across the line. will be current P1 in AMS and P16 overall with a 151.0. Next car to cross the line will be D.G.S.R.
I just realised if I looked at the car, if I click at the car, I can watch the car instead of looking at a wall in the garage.
Amazing.
I'm so good at
P18
this.
for Kosh and P14 for Ferreira.
Very
Next
good lap
car.
by Ferreira.
Audi Mall.
Audi in the pour.
In the Rexy. And the Rexy goes P21, while Menno Dekkers goes P1 in AMS, quicker than all the silvers in P11.
Reduced.
One more car remaining, Ryan Greenaway. And goes into P12, just behind the Menno Dekkers. 1/10 slower. 1/10
Very
and
good.
2000. I smell a promotion for Dekkers in the next seasons.
I think it's having a good season this season as well.
But anyway, this is our one-shot quali. Paul Sadlowski in P1 with the 147.4. P2 Romonti, P3 Nathan Edwards. In silvers, Ryan Greenaway P1, overall P12. Stevens P2, overall P14. And Stephen Kroll P3 and overall P15. In the AMS, Menno Dekkers P1, overall P11. Ferreira P2 and overall 16. And P3 James Reed and overall P20. And we are going to wait another couple of minutes before our race start and take a very quick and short break. And we are back.
Woohoo!
Well, I see 5 people in the chat and no messages in the chat. This is shameful. This is really shameful.
Scandalous.
Yeah. We say
Come
hi.
chat to us. Tell us your
Yeah.
deepest and darkest secrets.
Or just say hello, you know.
Well, yeah, that too. If you want. Why not get involved?
Yeah. We are lovely people.
No, we're not.
You're right. We're assholes.
Big, stinking,
But lovely assholes.
lovely, yes. Well manicured.
Yes. 30 seconds remaining for the start of the short formation lap or short formation corner. The lights are coming on the cars, so a nighttime race. Unfortunately,
This is
still no
going to
rain.
be impossible to see what's going on in the dark.
Yep. I think Hitman, you should take over the weather section of the servers from now on, you know, for the final part
all
of
these
the
races
season.
are too dry.
Yep. 'Cause this is way too dry.
Yeah. When it's this dry, it's too easy to see their tears.
Exactly.
What are the odds of a clean turn one?
None. We are not expecting clean T1s here. A couple of more meters separate us from the start of the second race. Almost at the finish line. Tension is building, hearts are pounding, and we are go, go, go. Good getaway from Paul Sedlowski. Actually, Monty is has maybe even made a move already before T1. Yeah, Sedlowski has the inside line, but now Ramonti will have the inside line as we flip over to the left-hander. And there's a change in lead. Ramonti has slipped by, and we do have a yellow flag. Paudimol is relegated to one of the last positions. Let's quickly check what was happening here. Let's go back. Ooh, a little bit too far. I am sorry.
Amazingly, I was just having a look, and it looked like just a bit of a racing incident, which contained a few too many. Oh no, hold on, what was that? Everyone survived, I think. Well,
I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I had my microphone muted on OBS this whole time. I didn't unmute myself.
How did you do that?
I muted myself for a bit, and then I forgot to unmute myself. Pro commentator, I tell you. Well, we had lots of interesting battles. For P1, changes in P1 twice. First we had Romonti take P1, then was back under attack by Sadlowski, who has sort of regained it, but also in the process we saw Romonti spin off, which I guess we'll get a decision from Hitman if this was anything to be penalized or if it was just a racing incident. And in that confusion, Marek Dvorak has managed to slip past and took P1 and defended from Sadlowski very nicely on the following lap. Sadlowski had a moment coming out of Ascari, caught a bit of gravel and is now in P3, sitting behind Santens. Mustang versus Mustang. Let's see a bit down the order. In silvers, Michael Stevens is currently in P1, overall P10, with Stephen Kroll in second position and Ryan Greenaway in third position. In silvers, Victor Ferreira, who does have a 5-second penalty, is currently in P1. But Menno Dekkers is within those 5 seconds, so if their gaps remain this way until the end of the race, Ferreira will unfortunately be relegated from P1 following the penalty. And Romonti has had another issue. I do believe this is coming out of Lesmo number 2. Yep, self-inflicted, another hit to the wall. This will be a very disappointing race for Romonti. Such a good starting position, managed to get P1 on the start, and unfortunately now is just dropping down the order. A little bit in front, Steve Richardson and Rich Gasson had a fight for position coming out of Ascari, which has now left Gasson under attack from Mark Townsend. Has dropped positions and is fighting Andrew Phipps for P7. So many fights. Oh no, David Lolek, 15-second time penalty. Must have done something really, really nasty. The back of Phipps, trying to show himself in the mirrors as they approach the second chicane. Maybe distract the driver in front a little bit to make him miss his braking point or something. But Phipps is unfazed and is continuing in P7. In front for P1, Marek Dvorak is again under pressure, this time from Sydney Santens. Coming through Ascari. Paul Sadlowski in P3 has lost a little bit of ground to them. Stick seems to be gaining a lot down the straights. slipstream of the Lambo, you can see the mean Mustang gaining and gaining. Marek goes defensive on the inside line. But if Santens can hang it around the outside, this gives him then the inside line in the second corner of the chicane. But this time around, Marek has defended successfully. Another retirement. David Lolek has reset the pits and disconnected from server, so we cannot even see what was happening there. Close battle for P1 in pros, close battle for P1 in silvers just as well. Steven Kroll is being put at pressure by Ryan Greenaway in P3. And Stevens is just a tiny bit in front of them, probably hoping that these two start fighting, and he has the opportunity to drive away. We have to go back in front though, because Paul Sadlowski is making a move on Sydney Santens around the outside of Parabolica. To hang it around the outside, so he falls back a little bit, but is now in the slipstream, hoping to make up ground, although Santens is also in the slipstream of Marek Dvorak. And Nathan Edwards has now also officially joined the fight for this four-way fight for P1, with Steve Richardson being very close behind them and currently occupying the fastest lap, a 47.5, and on the last lap he did the fastest 48.0.
Nice going to be 5 laps in and everyone, 7 laps in the top 5 within the second still.
Yes, they are very close together, and it's still anyone's race.
Well, it's not my race.
Well, it's not my race either, because yeah, shit.
Well, it's kind of your race.
Again, so many people in the chat, but no one saying hi. I'm gonna guess. They don't like us.
Because I'm here.
It's just like home. No, and Sadlowski now attempting to go on the inside of Parabolica, but was too far back, so had to think better of it. Will now try to stay in the slipstream. Edwards was a little bit tail happy, correct? Sadlowski is now very close to Santens. Will we see a move this time around? Not yet. Not this time. Being chased by 2 horses. You cannot make this stuff up. Oh, Sadlowski goes wide out of the Lesmo. Lesmo number 2 manages to keep the car pointing in the right direction. Let me see, is he on? Of course he is. No TC on the Mustang for Paul Sadlowski.
Is that the meta with the Mustang?
I believe so.
Or is he just another Stevens special?
No, he is very good, and he is making a move. Thinks better of it. I believe he mentioned that, yeah, it is quicker. There's no TC, and Marek Dvorak is now under attack by Sentence through Parabolica, and I believe Sentence will, or is already ahead at this point. And I don't think Marek has the chance to outbrake him into the first chicane, and is also losing a position to Sedlowski. Just off shot there. Oh, they are still side by side. Sorry.
Sedlowski clipped the sand.
Which will give the inside line now to Marek Dvorak into the second chicane. Sedlowski's slightly ahead there. And Sedlowski has to take the short trip through the chicane, so he will have to return this position. He should have returned this position to Dvorak. And I
give him
believe
the end of the lap to return it. Oh, he did, yeah.
Position return, and in the meantime, Richardson has sneaked his way up into P4, has overtaken Edwards. So now we have a three-way fight for P2. Marek Dvorak currently being the cork in this bottle.
Marek, of course, giving a great shift for the first 17 or so minutes of the race.
Oh, yeah.
P1. It's the inside line here.
Enough for a minor slip up when margins are so close, and just a minor slip up will let the rest of the guys close in on your rear bumper. And in case that this is a Mustang, which appears to be quicker down the straights, makes quite easy work of you then, like we're seeing right here now. On the outside tries Sedlowski. Has now the inside line, but again Dvorak has a better traction coming out of the corner and is able to retain P2.
Which Ganson is coming up on Edwards as well now. It's a five-way battle for P2.
Yes, and Phipps is also very close behind Gasson. And Gasson is making a move on Edwards, but thinks better of it. But I tell you who's laughing in under his helmet right now. Sentence, who's seeing this battle behind him. And I do believe Sedlowski has now managed to slip by, coming through Lesmo 1. And is wide on the exit of Lesmo 2.
Gasson's making a move here as well.
Gasson is technically already ahead, but on the outside.
Oh, touch.
Oh no, no, not again. Rich Gasson in the wall, but we need to jump back up in front because Richardson is on the back of Marek Dvorak. That's the danger of going side by side through Ascari because of the very high and bumpy curbs. And you can very quickly, very quickly jump over them and lose positions. Marek Dvorak is attacking Paul Sedlowski into T1, sorry. Not sure what happened here, but I think Stephen Kroll has lost P2 and Ryan Greenaway has slipped into P1 in the silvers. Let's see if we can catch any of this. What has been happening here?
I think Rich has left the server.
Rich is probably a little bit fuming. Stephen Kroll has lost it on his own. Was actually ahead of Ryan Greenaway and Michael Stevens. have Ryan Greenaway leading in silvers, followed very closely by Michael Stevens in P2. Up in front, the battle for P2 still hasn't finished. And we're back live. Continuing, and also battle for P1 in silver and battle for P1 in AM is going on, so we really don't know which battle to follow here, although the battle for AMs is only on track because Ferreira does have the 5-second time penalty, and with only 6/10 gap to Deckers, he is effectively already behind him. In pros, Sudlowski is still fending off Marek Dvorak. It's interesting how just one corner can unfold a whole race for someone, right? Not just someone, but a couple of drivers. Because even though not directly... Ooh, Sadlowski again wide out of the second Lesmo. He is flirting with that sandpit. And Santens in front is just driving away right now. And again he's flirting with the sandpit on the exit of Ascari.
Leaders on final lap now.
Already final lap. Well, this has been such an eventful race that I have missed this fact that 20 minutes have actually already passed.
It has been fairly busy.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
That tends to be slower, I imagine.
Background, Steve Richardson is on the bumper of Marek Dvorak and might attempt to make a move coming into Ascari. Thinks better of it, was not alongside enough. Attempt to make a move. Maybe into Parabolica because he does have quite a run. Marek Dvorak covers it off, and let's give a cheer to our new victor, Sydney Santens. Paul Sadlowski comes in P2, Marek Dvorak P3, Steve Richardson P4, Phipps P5. And in silvers P1, Greenaway with Stevens making a last corner attempt to maybe take away this position, but Greenaway has fended him off and finishes P1 in silvers, P2 Stevens and P3 Pichon. In the AMs, Ferreira will technically cross the finish line first, but the victory will go to Menno Dekkers because of the 5-second time penalty. And in P3 in the amps will definitively be Pauli Mol. There have been some eventful races. It was rather hard to choose which fight to follow. But interesting races nonetheless. And after a short break, we will be back and hopefully have the victors of all the 3 races in our commentary booth. So stick around and we'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Nice timing, Ryan. Nice timing.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to all the victors of the previous 2 sprint races. Congratulations to everyone on your hard-fought victories. And we are this time going to start with the AM victor of Sprint Race 1 and Sprint Race 2, Menno Dekkers. I believe the race 1 was a little bit less eventful for you than race 2.
Yeah.
Would you like to share a couple of words about the races you just went through?
Yeah, my qualities were very good. Race 1 was steady and because of a couple of crashes places. So I went to a week or something. And second race I got a tap from behind. Went back to 20 or something and drove to the front of my jersey. It was lovely, it was nice.
Yeah, it was, like I said, an eventful second race, as we noticed.
Yeah.
And yeah, you fought your way back onto the rear bumper of Ferreira. Who had that 5-second penalty and made it a little bit easier for you, I guess, because you didn't need to technically pass him to get the victory, right?
Yeah, but I tried to pass him, but I made 2 laps in front of the end. I made a mistake. I would have nicer to catch him.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, lovely races and congratulations on victories for you. A couple of good point accumulations there tonight as well. So congratulations on that as well. Alright, moving on to silver race winner of race 1 and race 2, Ryan Greenaway. We have seen that you have also had very eventful both race 1 and race 2 and a hard-fought battle until the finish line with Michael Stevens in the silver class for the P1 position. How was the race from your eyes?
Yeah, got a bit lucky in actually gaining places in both races. Races as well. So he was carrying 10-15 seconds of damage in both races. So it's like in the back end because that's where we hit the times. But yeah, I just managed to keep him steady pace. Managed to get past Stevens when he was battling with Kroll, which was nice. Just Kroll had a little bit of a nudge and it opened a gap up for me. Couldn't get past Kroll, but then a couple of laps later he sort of had an incident where he got distracted by cars that crashed in Ascari. Just a place, so just a case of keeping Stevens at bay. Wasn't great grip on the rear end, and was sliding around a fair bit towards the end of the race, but just managed to. It's a good track for being able to keep the car in the middle of the corners and make it difficult to pass. And I didn't look like the Nissan was particularly quick in a straight line. Or just had a decent exit speed, or whether Stevens was running higher downforce because usually the Nissan's got a cruise past me. Yeah, it was good racing, good fun, and yeah, good results again. Very happy.
Yeah, definitely another good batch of points for yourself as well, and from these two races. And yeah, I know keeping Stevens at bay is never an easy job. Your eyes must constantly be on the lookout for any potential attacks, right?
Yeah, lots of flashing lights behind you.
Anyway, congratulations on the victories.
Thank you.
We are now moving on to class victors. This time we have two drivers and the commentary booth. Paul Sadlowski, victor of the race 1. You have pretty much driven away in the distance in race 1. I think your final race gap was around 14-15 seconds. While the guys behind you were busy fighting, you were up in front enjoying. We didn't catch much of your race in race 1 because of all the action going on behind you. But maybe you would like to share a couple of words how race 1 was from your perspective?
Yeah, sure. Thank you first of all. I think it was only 6 or 7 seconds, right? I'm pretty sure that there was a Porsche behind me that was nowhere near 10 seconds behind.
I think Romonti lost the car.
No, he pulled off instantly after the finish line. He was already in the pits basically. But I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I messed up the start quite good because for some reason it came much faster than I anticipated. The green. So we went kinda in 3 wide, which was fine. A bit hectic, and then yeah, tried to not lose the car over Ascari, which gave me two warnings, but whatever. I very much enjoyed the second race much more than the first one.
Yeah, but still, congratulations on a very well-driven first race. It was definitely a commanding lead. If it was 7 seconds or 14 seconds, it was still very much ahead of everyone and commanding from green flag. Even though if you said you messed up the start a little bit, you were able to retain the position through the first chicane and then until the end of the race. So yeah, congratulations on the victory in race 1.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to race 2, also to Sydney Santens, the victor of race 2. A hard-fought race 2, a very nail-biting race from the start almost to the finish, where we have a couple of lead changes. In the night it was very interesting. We were pretty much glued to the fight that you all have put on. But in the end, you managed to come out on top, and just wanted to ask you, how did it feel when you saw that the rest of the guys are starting to fight for P2, and you were able to start building a little bit of cushion to the rest of the drivers back for a couple of seconds?
Yeah, it was. I got really lucky, and I was hoping that they were gonna fight a bit longer, but Eventually I kept it though, but I think if the race was going on a bit longer, Paul would overtake me.
Well, it's lucky that it is a sprint race, right? But still, a victory is a very good victory, and like I said, very hard fought for, and yeah, very much enjoyable.
Yeah,
hope
nail
you-
biting, like you said.
I hope you enjoyed it half as much as we enjoyed watching it. And yeah, very big congratulations to you as well for the victory in race 2.
Thank you,
And,
thank you. It was a good race, yeah.
Hopefully to see you as well in the following races. Alright boys, congratulations to all one more time. And with this we are going to be ending tonight's stream. Thank you to everyone who has had the time to watch with us, and we hope that you will join us in the next race as well, coming in just 7 days. Thank you all, and have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Night, night.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Congrats again to all the winners.
Thanks.